Hello, welcome back to the channel. Let me get situated here. Okay, so New Jersey, I was about to say the Golden State. That's California. New Jersey, the Garden State. So let's see, New Jersey. The name New Jersey comes from the island of Jersey in the English Channel. There was an English explorer named Sir George Carteret, I believe. And he came from the island of Jersey, and when the English took this particular territory away from the Dutch, King George II gave it to Sir George Carteret, and he named that territory New Jersey in honor of his roots. So Jersey apparently is from the Vikings, and it means earth or land. So it's like, here's this island, they just called it earth or land, and that eventually translated into, or I shouldn't say translated, what I should say is morphed into Jersey, and that's where we get it from. So why is it called the Garden State? It's back in 1876, New Jersey was holding the Centennial Exhibition. That's interesting. Apparently, New Jersey was hosting the Centennial Exhibition in Philadelphia. They were celebrating the 100th anniversary of the United States, and one of the speakers called New Jersey the Garden State. Then Alfred E. Smith, who was the former governor of New Jersey, used that same nickname in a speech that he gave in 1926. And then in 1954, that was officially adopted as the state's nickname. So, and it's referring to the agricultural significance of the state to the United States. So New Jersey, located on the eastern seaboard there, and next to New York, Pennsylvania, yeah, right there. Statehood was granted December 18th, 1787, making it the third state to join the Union. The capital of New Jersey is Trenton. It has a population of roughly 9.2 million, making it the 11th most populous state. Very small in area. It's 8,722 miles squared, or 22,591 kilometers squared, making it the 47th smallest state. So it's down there near the bottom, but its population is up there near the top. Largest cities, we have Newark, Jersey City, Patterson, and Elizabeth. Again, one of the rare instances in our country where the capital is not the most populous state. Most populous city in the state. Kind of some history behind New Jersey. In 1609, the Dutch landed in New Jersey and began exploring. The Dutch East India Company came into Newark Bay. It's now called Newark Bay. At the time it wasn't, obviously. And so the Dutch kind of started colonizing the area. They established New Netherland, and that colony, parts of it comprised what's now present-day New Jersey. Then we have the Dutch West India Company that was controlling the colony, and they established trading posts in the Hudson River and the Delaware River areas. There was a settlement of the Dutch, they called it Bergen, which has since been changed. It's now Jersey City, and it was the first permanent European settlement in the New Jersey area, and was the capital of New Netherlands. They had also Pavonia and Briesendale. I apologize on that. However, in 1664, the English came in and seized control of the Dutch colonies in the area. And they renamed New Amsterdam to New York in honor of the Duke of York. So there we go. You still have Dutch influence, Dutch culture still to be found in the area, but basically the English took over. And King Charles II, he granted the land to two of his supporters, Lord John Berkeley and Sir George Carteret, which we've already talked about. And then he named Sir George Carteret named the territory New Jersey in honor of where he was from. There was actually an East New Jersey and a West New Jersey at the time, and they eventually combined into one in 1702. They combined into one territory. The American Revolutionary War pops up, and the crossing of the Delaware River by George Washington and his troops happened in New Jersey. They attacked Hessian forces in Trenton. So Trenton, which is the capital of New Jersey now. The Revolutionary War, after that, industrialization started happening in the United States. Industrialization mostly happened in the northern parts of the United States, so that actually had a huge impact on the Civil War, because we have the state heavily taking part in the industrialization and innovations around the steam locomotive and telegraph system and all that stuff. Telegraph obviously was not in place for very long at that point in time, but we then have like the Civil War that came through, and while there was not anything fought in New Jersey, not that far north, it was a Union state, obviously, and it was heavily involved in participation in the war, sending troops and material for the war effort. 20th century, we have more urbanization, more industrialization, more investment in transportation infrastructure. The New Jersey Turnpike and Garden State Parkway were completed in this period. And the economy diversified. They started into pharmaceuticals, telecommunications, and again, we'll get into that a lot more later. So the geography and climate of New Jersey, we have the coastal areas, we have the highlands, we have Ridge and Valley region, and the Piedmont area. The coastal regions, it's right there on the Atlantic Ocean. It has 130 miles of coastline. Not necessarily a large coastline, but the New Jersey shore is pretty well known in the United States. And so we have a lot of pop culture and things around New Jersey because of its access to the coastal area and the coastal plains area. There's actually, in the coastal plain area, there's a part of the country called the Pine Barrens, which is a unique area all of its own. But we have the highlands, so we have up in the northern part of the state is part of the Appalachian Highlands with the Kittatinny Mountains and the Appalachian Trail that goes through that area. And in the southern part, we have the Piedmont region, which is more hills and valleys, but that's where like Newark and Patterson and Trenton, so a lot of those cities are located towards the south of the state. In the climate region, there are two climates. Mostly it's humid subtropical, which is really weird that it's considered a humid subtropical climate when it's that far north. But it's considered a humid subtropical climate. I just wanted to kind of backtrack a little bit right here to talk about the Pine Barrens. Apparently, the Pine Barrens, it's a weird name. It sounds like there's nothing there, but apparently there's a really large pine forest there. Possibly it's called the Pine Barrens because not a lot of people want to be there. Not entirely sure. But pine trees, they're well adapted to the wetland geography of the area, and apparently this has made them highly adapted to surviving wildfires. I know that some pine trees will only release their seeds in the event of a fire, that the pine cones have to be heated up enough in order for the pine cone to open and to spread the seeds. So this could be one of those places. I don't think that's the case where I live. We have a lot of pine trees, but I haven't. I mean, I've seen pine trees fall out. When I shouldn't say fall, but I've seen pine trees on the ground out hiking and things, and they seem to be spread open, and the seeds seem to be accessible. So not all pine trees work that way, but it could be that this is the one area of the country where that came into, or where people could see that happening. So we have this humid subtropical and humid continental climate for New Jersey. There are 4 seasons. Nose itches and I was about to sneeze. It does experience spring, summer, fall, and winter. Summer, the temperatures mid-80s to the 90s, which is 29 to 35 degrees Celsius. They can get higher than that, but that's their usual range. Then we have fall, which is average highs in the 70s, which is 21 to 26 degrees Celsius. Then we have winter, which is mid-30s to mid-40s, which is 1 to 7 degrees Celsius. There's a lot of snowfall in this area because of the humidity and it's basically a humid climate. The snowfall can be a problem in these kind of areas. Can be. Then we have spring, mid-50s to low 60s Fahrenheit, which is 13 to 17 degrees Celsius. That's kind of early. Apparently it warms up to the 60s to mid-70s, which is 17 to 24 degrees Celsius. And they do get quite a bit of precipitation, rain, snow, whatever else throughout the year. They are on the coast again, as I mentioned before, and this actually does mean that it does get those coastal storms that can be quite severe. Moving on. So we have the industries in New Jersey. Sorry about that. Pharmaceuticals and life sciences, finance, information technology, and telecommunications, manufacturing, healthcare and medical, agriculture and food, retail and consumer, transportation and logistics, energy and utilities. This is actually the first time that I've been researching the states and stuff where tourism hasn't been one of their main industries. So while New Jersey does have tourism, apparently it's not one of their top industries, which is interesting considering where they are. Although I remember a joke from the television show Futurama that has always amused me. Fry needs to find a new apartment. He and Bender, I forget what happened to their previous apartment. Oh, that's what it was. Fry was living at the Planet Express where he worked, and he was a slob, and nobody wanted him to still live there because he was getting under everybody's feet. And so they went out house hunting, and they found this amazing apartment, just absolutely amazing. Sorry. just absolutely amazing apartment. And this won't turn that off. So it's an absolutely amazing apartment, and they amazing apartment, amazing price, and they turn to the realtor and they say, "Okay, what's the catch?" And the guy says, "Well, technically we're in New Jersey." And the next thing, it shows them back at the Planet Express building, and Fry says, "We didn't find a single livable apartment anywhere." So yeah, that I've always thought that was amusing. Anyway, so delving a little further into the industries themselves in the pharmaceutical and life science, we have Johnson & Johnson, Merck and Company, Bristol Myers Squibb, and Novartis Pharmaceuticals Corporation. In the finance sector, Prudential Financial, TD Bank, Investor Bank, Valley National Bank. In the information technology and telecom, we have Verizon, AT&T, Nokia Bell Labs, Vonage Holding Corporation. Healthcare, we revisit Johnson & Johnson, but we have Becton Dixon and Company, Church & Dwight and Company, Campbell Soup Company, which is interesting that they would be in the... Oh, that's the manufacturing. Sorry, I was skipping one. There's a lot of manufacturing going on there. But again, there we're going back into the healthcare and medical. We Johnson & Johnson. But then we get into agriculture and food, Campbell Soup, The Fresh Grocer, Ocean Spray Cranberries, Wakefern Food Corporation. In the retail and consumer, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Party City, The Children's Place, Burlington Stores. In the transportation and logistics, there's United Parcel, FedEx, AP Moller, XPO Logistics, and then into the energy and utilities, there's the Public Service Enterprise Group, Jersey Central Power and Light, Atlantic City Electric, Elizabethtown Gas, and that's obviously there's more, but those are the key players in those industries that are key industries in New Jersey. Whoops, too far. So I did mention that tourism isn't such a big part of New Jersey's economy, apparently, from what I've done, the minutes and minutes of laborious research that I've done into New Jersey. So they do have a lot of beaches. So if you're wanting to go to the beach, it may be a good place for you to go. There's the boardwalk, which is very popular, very iconic part of New Jersey. They have Atlantic City, which is a Las Vegas but East Coast kind of thing. Sightseeing, there's outdoor recreation. Obviously shopping is part of it, but we have culture and art. There's concerts, performances, all that kind of thing. And there are family-friendly attractions as well. There's the Six Flags. There's an aquarium, Cape May County Park and Zoo. So a lot of stuff like that to do in New Jersey. In addition to what I've got here, New Jersey also being part of American history, especially the the Revolutionary War. There's a lot to see there. If you want to see, the site where Washington crossed the Delaware and that kind of stuff, you're going to be going to New Jersey. Let's move on to trivia. So, it is illegal to frown at police officers in New Jersey. Apparently they passed this law, but they don't enforce it, which is correct. Who cares? I mean, seriously. This would be so big a problem if the police were like, okay, you didn't smile at me. You're going, here's your ticket or whatever else. Who comes up with these kind of laws? You are prohibited from selling cabbage on Sunday. I don't know if that means that there are other things that you can't sell on Sunday either, but specifically you cannot sell cabbages. You cannot fire a cannon near a home, which is so common sense. I mean, seriously, why did you have to come up with this law? There's probably some just, Civil War reenactor that was like, or not Civil War, Revolutionary War reenactor that they just could not convince to stop firing his cannon off in the neighborhood. You cannot pick up trash for profit. This is apparently it's to keep people from like scavenging through garbage cans to find recyclables like aluminum cans, which to me is stupid. I mean, seriously, let's recycle the aluminum can rather than throw it in the garbage. You cannot wear a bulletproof vest. It is illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while you are committing a crime. If you just want to wear it, casual like, totally can. But if you're going to commit a crime, no, it's illegal. Seriously. It is illegal to leave a refrigerator door open for longer than is necessary in a retail establishment. Apparently it's considered a fire hazard. You may not curse on the boardwalk. This isn't through all of New Jersey. Apparently there are some towns where if you're on the boardwalk there, you can be fined if you swear. So, yeah. You may not sell fertility drugs without a prescription. Yeah. But I was under the impression that was like more universal. Anyway, certain cities in New Jersey, if you're wearing a bathing suit without a cover-up and you're not at the beach, you can be fined. So there are certain laws in the United States that just shouldn't be there. All right. This, jug handles. Apparently people in New Jersey really don't like making left-hand turns. So they've got these elaborate ramps that allow you to make a right-hand turn that then go up and around and come down. So you're actually making a left-hand turn, but you turn right. And then, so, yeah. There you go. This handsome creature here is called the Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is one of the most famous cryptids in the United States and in New Jersey. It's a winged horse-like creature with a goat head, apparently. And it's found in the Pine Barrens. So if you want to go find the Jersey Devil, go to the Pine Barrens. The Jersey Smell. This one was interesting. Apparently, because of all the industry that is headquartered there in New Jersey, it creates a smell that is very distinct. And so, yeah, it's called the Jersey Smell. New Jersey has a very high population density. It's one of the highest population densities in the United States. So, it feels very crowded, apparently, in New Jersey. Glad I don't live there. The Blue Hole. The Blue Hole is a spot in Winslow Township. It's a deep blue pool, and it is believed to be bottomless and possibly a gateway to another world. Not like hell or anything. They actually have something else called the Gates of Hell. That's, yeah, but not really important because I didn't put it on here. It was kind of interesting, but not really, because apparently it's a graffiti-covered gates and this tunnel that leads to a portal to hell. So there's much more impressive portals to hell other than this graffiti-covered gate. Anyway, Dracula's Castle. Dracula's Castle, you thought it was in Transylvania. It is not. It is apparently in New Jersey. Lambertville's Lambert Castle, apparently it has some sort of connection with Bram Stoker's Dracula. And so, yeah, it's actually there. We have the Gravity Hill Mystery. There is Gravity Hill Road. It's believed that cars can roll uphill against gravity. The thing is it's just an optical illusion, but everybody believes it's some gravity thing. And then we have the Watcher. So if you haven't heard of this, it's really interesting. There was this house. Let's see, where did I put the notes there? Westfield, New Jersey. There was this house there that people would move in, and they would start getting letters from this person called the Watcher, who claimed, it was claimed by the Watcher that he was watching the inhabitants of the house. And so, yeah, got letters and stuff. It's an open case to this day. Nobody knows who this Watcher is or what he was doing or where or she or anything like that. So really, really freaky. You should check it out. That's it for New Jersey for this time. We may visit more about New Jersey later. I think maybe going into cryptids and stuff might be fun. But anyway, that's it for New Jersey. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below. Like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Put the bell on so you get notifications. And next time, this is the first time I've done this, and I should have been doing this from the start. But now we have a little slide here at the end to tell you where we're going next. We're going to be going to New Mexico. This is a picture of the flag of New Mexico, so have fun.